Speaker. Thank you too to my honourable friend, the member for Stafford, on securing this, and she has made some fantastic and really profound points today. And like the member before me, the member for Thornbury and Yates, I'm actually going to focus on disability sports here today. Today in schools across the country, 3 in 4 disabled children do not take part in PE regularly, and 4 in 10 confide that they would like to take part in sport more if it was offered. And we should not underestimate the impact this has on children, with disabled children facing exclusion already and 72% of them reporting feeling lonely. And I know this from my own experience. When I haven't played sport since I was 13. I had an accident in year 8 and I shattered my hip, and I didn't walk for 4 years, and then I had a hip replacement in 6th form. And one of the challenges a lot of children who are disabled children will face in that situation is that playing football, playing sport, is the way you build common bonds with your friends. It's the things you do together, it's the things you talk about. So to be excluded from that has far wider repercussions. And I want to pay tribute today because it's been a big priority for me in my constituency. The work of Paralympics GB, the Youth Sports Trust and others, because they really recognise this, and we're doing lots of really important local work to improve it. We have some fantastic projects and organisations in Beckenham and Penge using their own initiative to increase the participation of disabled people in sport. In Crystal Palace, the National Sports Centre is undergoing a multi-million-pound refurbishment to secure its facilities for future use and, crucially, to make them accessible too. I think 19 world records have been set in Crystal Palace, but if you're a wheelchair user, you can't get to the pools and to a lot of the facilities. As members will know, this is an issue that's very close to my heart, and I'm proud that this facility in my constituency will be made fully accessible and be one of the best facilities, not just in London but in the country, for disabled sport going forward. And I'd like to put on record my thanks to Sir Sadiq Khan, the team at the GLA, including project manager Ben Woods, to councillors Ruth McGregor, Ryan Thompson, and also the Crystal Palace Sports Partnership, John Powell, Fran Bernstein, who have really brought people together and made this happen. Crystal Palace Football Club as well, and the charity, the Palace for Life Foundation, do genuinely incredible work right across South London, including at the National Sports Centre, to support disabled people and others. And as part of this work, the foundation hosts football sessions for those with Down syndrome and visual impairments, as well as power chair football. And one of the points I try to make to people often is, of all the protected characteristics defined by the Equality Act of 2010, disability is by far the most diverse. And we also talk of specific disabilities like autism and cerebral palsy as having spectrums as well. And so the challenge for disabled sport is a really comprehensive one, but we have experts by experience, people with disabilities who understand how to best bridge that gap and make inclusion possible. And it's fantastic that the Schools Minister has recognised this, and I know that she has spoken about the need for increased PE in schools for disabled children. I also think that if I speak to some of the local schools in my constituency, whether that will be possible always, I don't know, but certainly having these other facilities outside of school is absolutely essential. It would also be remiss of me not to mention Kent County Cricket Club in Beckenham, who, alongside managing 2 disability teams, run a regular Friday night disability cricket session in Beckenham for children and young people. And it's been fantastic, I'm conscious of time, to see a renewed focus on access to disability sport, both in government, in my local community, and following the Paralympic Games. Increasing access to PE in sport is not something that will happen if we sit back and wait for it. Inclusion is not just the absence of exclusion, and achieving equity will require an active effort from all to get involved. And thank you again to my friend for bringing this debate forward.